Hello!
Hello! Welcome to Brownie Time!
Welcome to Brownie Time, where we serve you a Carmelite slice of life and we talk about many things from a Carmelite perspective or point of view.
Yeah.
So, first of all, we would like to thank Mitzi for sending us these wonderful mugs all the way from Germany.
Deutschland, Deutschland, über alles.
Wow.
Thank you, thank you. So, dear viewers, Brother Paul is going off somewhere tomorrow. Where are you going?
If you do watch the previous episode, so I mentioned that after all of my papers, I will be taking some days of silence and solitude, and tomorrow I will be taking my days of silence and solitude. And wish you my prayer for you, and please pray for me also.
How long will you be going away?
4 days.
So long, farewell.
We thought a good topic that we should talk about today, because we haven't done this in a long time. So today we will talk about the top 4 things that religious life has surprised us with.
Yes.
So I've prepared 2 things, Brother Paul has prepared 2 things, but we don't know what each other has prepared.
It's totally surprise.
Yes. We will do rock, paper, scissors and see who goes first.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh!
Okay, so I will
Lucky
go
me.
first. The first thing that religious life, particularly in Carmel, that has surprised me with is I was reading in December this news article on Bloomberg,
Okay.
and it was talking about the we're now in this situation of pandemic,
Yes.
and it had to do with the cruise ships, and there were a lot of the service staff on these cruise ships who were placed under quarantine, and when the passengers had finished their quarantine, they could go home. But the cruise ship staff, they would remain on board for extended periods of time and cooped up to very small cabins. The extended period of time eventually took a toll on their mental health, and some of them unfortunately chose to end their lives. As I was reading this article, it struck me our Carmelite novitiate, our way of life, has prepared us for this situation of pandemic. We're cooped up also. We don't go out unless absolutely necessary. But we have found ways to cope with the situation that we're in. Of course, we have our prayer and our community life to sustain us. But in a sense, the Carmelite way of life has also made us comfortable with solitude. Like you're going off to take part and to enjoy the solitude. As I was reading this, I thought back to the time of John of the Cross, and he was in prison for almost for a long time, also 8 months, 9 months. Yeah, cooped up in a little cell with I think only a small window.
Yes, very small. I think it's not actually window, it's a hole.
Yeah, so the Carmelite way of life has made us used to
this situation.
And who could expect that it would come in useful in a time like this? I have friends also who are in different religious congregations, a bit more active, and even they found being cooped up a little bit uncomfortable. But for us, when I look at our brothers,
nothing happened.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. Actually, I see it's our identity. We somehow in this situation we express our identity as hermit. We have the part of hermit. So we have in our code, actually we see ourselves as a hermit at the same time. We Carmelite the prayer. But for me, one of the aspects that I see it is make us not really strange to this kind of situation is we live as like a family. Look at the setup of our community. We don't distinguish each other that, oh, you are priest, you are brother. But we come to the refectory, we sit together, we eat same food, we share same stories, and we talk and we laugh, we joke at each other. Like what family are doing. So that is make us very familiar with this kind of situation. I think it's not really tough for us to cope with.
And then what is your surprise?
Really, my surprise already.
Yeah, so we take because
No, but my I think my surprise is family already, but
okay.
So that is my surprise. That's my surprise.
So that is Brother Paul's surprise, the family life. So this is how you know that you've been living together for too long, because even the surprises are not really different anymore. You're on the same wavelength. Okay, and then my next surprise, I'm surprised that by his surprise, because okay. So my next surprise is that so many of the brothers are talented. Everyone comes to Carmel bringing some sort of talent. Wow, you know, if we were some kind of corporation, I think we would do very well. But of course we don't make money.
Yes.
Even our YouTube videos don't really make us money. So the other day I was talking to a different brother Paul, and he has like a degree in animal husbandry, specializing in rabbits. Then of course our Vietnamese brothers who come from Vietnam, and they have this farming background as well. Within the grounds of our monastery, they're planting things like papaya trees and different sorts of vegetables. For us to eat. And you have even the fish rearers, those who rear fish, those who are very talented with their hands, and they make things like, you know, when Brother Michael made our lamps for the media team.
Landscape.
Landscaping, yes, the Vietnamese are very good at landscaping. You know, it's constantly amazing to me how people can come in from all walks of life with many talents, and will be mutually built up, even though it's a monastery, but it's like a representation of the kingdom of God.
Oh, very good.
So really, I'm surprised. What is your talent?
Don't just look at me. I think I'm good at how to fix something about the computer.
Yes.
Or something a bit.
Brother Paul is our resident IT expert. Like they will always come to Brother Paul. Brother Paul, can you fix my laptop? Brother Paul, can you fix this? Can you install this program? Can you do this and that?
This is not my major, please. I think I'm good at sports.
Are you sure? we have a running joke in the monastery here with Brother Paul, because when he plays volleyball, the ball always hits the net.
Sorry.
So his nickname is Brother Useless.
Never mind sports. No.
What is your next surprise?
At the beginning, when I entered the Carmelite, I thought that after Professor the vows, that's the end of religious life. I mean, not the end of religious life, but okay, I settled down my life already as a Carmelite. Now I just stay in the order and just pray, and I don't need to worry about anything. But actually, when people mention about Carmelite, they mention about prayer, and this is very true. But one of the friars told me that Carmelite means study. So I see it's really a surprise for me that when I entered Carmel, after my profession of vows, I have to study a lot.
Let me tell you a story. This was told to me by my classmate at UST. He's with the diocese, and he thought that, you know, when you enter the seminary, all you do is pray every day.
Yes.
And then the day after he entered, he was so shocked when they told him, "Oh, you have to sign up for philosophy classes and theology classes." He's like, "What? What do you mean philosophy and theology? I thought I just have to pray the rosary every day and that's it."
I'm still thinking that we have to study. When I look at my study, it's really long process and difficulties. I see it long at the beginning when I studied, because I'm not really happy for that. 2 years for philosophy and 4 years for theology and pastoral year and deacon. So it's almost 10 years. I think it's long, but actually you see that I am almost finished my philosophy already. 2 years already.
Yeah, time flies.
So it's true, it's long, but actually because of the atmosphere of the convent, we live together, so we do everything together. Time just flew, and when we look back at the years that we are in the convent, it's like yesterday, very fast.
You know, for me, this is the thing about our life here. One day just flows into the next, and the only way I keep track of time is through the divine office. I know it's Monday because we are praying office on Monday. Yeah, it feels like every day is the same. You know, the monks used to say "Semper idem," always the same.
So let's recall it. So the first
is how the way of Carmel has prepared us for pandemic. Unexpected, totally unexpected.
The second, they set up a Carmelite as a family.
And then the third one, the surprisingly huge amount of talents that the brothers bring to the community.
The fourth is Carmel means prayer. At the same time, Carmel means study.
So, I mean, many of these things you can also apply to your own family life.
Yes.
I'm sure you have many talents out there which you then contribute to your own family.
That is the continuation of the work of creation of our God.
So until the next time, we hope these conversations have been fruitful for you.
Yes.
And so again, Brother Paul will be praying for all of you as he goes off tomorrow for his retreat.
Be sure of my prayer and please pray for me also. Be healthy.
Stay well.
And God bless you.
Bye.
Bye.